All right, we've got a floral vanilla fragrances video for you today. Are you a fan of combining flowers with vanillic notes? Let me know, add a comment below. It's a special kind of fragrance, and there are, many out there. It's a shorter than normal video here today, and this is pulled from my 100 vanilla fragrances deep dive video that I aired a couple of months ago. If you want to watch that whole entire video, I have it linked in the info box. But as I said, today it's floral notes with vanilla. It's a great style, don't you think? There's some great fragrances here that you guys should know about. But once again, don't forget to check out Scentfest SF. I would love to have you come and experience and discover awesome new fragrance houses and fragrances that they're releasing and have an amazing experience with fragrances here at our new West Coast, first of its kind West Coast Fragrance Fair, happening June 26, 27, and 28. All the information is in the info box at the link. You can get your tickets, plan your trip, and have a great time here. And the venue that we're having the show is right on the water. It's the Fort Mason, and you have views of the Golden Gate Bridge, Alcatraz, and the San Francisco Bay. All right, let's talk about floral vanilla fragrances. As I was mentioning earlier in the other parts of the video, I was speaking about BDK's Vanille Leather. So Vanille Leather to me is leathery, but also quite floral. I feel like not only does it have the violet here, it's a pretty prominent, which is a flower, but there's also a pretty major dosage of white flowers in the heart section of the fragrances. I mean the fragrance, even though it dries down to be a leathery vanilla, I think there's a lot of floral notes here to warrant featuring it here as a floral vanilla fragrance. Because the violet is very prominent up top, you can really smell it. And during the heart stage section, there's jasmine, there's a little bit of tuberose, and there's another floral note in here, and I'm forgetting what it is. So it makes for a creamy texture in the heart and gives it that floral edge. So it is swimming in a lot of flowers. And then of course, as it's drying down, you got that combo of the leather and vanilla. But to me, it's kind of vintage-esque. Reminds me of something like Misia or something like Quircanage from Dior. It's that kind of leathery vanilla, but it's created in a way that it's super refined and super smooth, almost like suede leather, but with a sweet vanillic touch. And for me, suede leather fragrances tend to be sweet anyway. They're almost kind of like a gourmand leather, but much more, smooth and kind of supple take on the leather that doesn't go animalic. And this is not animalic. So it's definitely super awesome. I really love this fragrance. And I kind of like this DNA because I've worn many fragrances that are like this. Most importantly, a bit more animalic. Take on something like this would be Canise 10. There's also the Queer Fetiche from Maître Parfum et Gantier. So you can check those out. But for me, this is so awesome. I love this fragrance from BDK. I love the vanilla, suede leather, violet, and white flower combo in that. So that's BDK's Vanille Leather. We already had Vanille Caviar, so it's 2 from BDK. Next, going to the house of Ella K, not BDK, but Ella K. This is Orchid K. So I was contemplating if I wanted to feature this here or not. I'm assuming they're really wanting to highlight the vanilla orchid. That's why I'm putting it here. Plus, it's a very floral take on vanilla and also a very molecular, musky ambroxan or, similar kind of note forward fragrance. In the end, it doesn't act super duper vanillic. It's kind of like a nice meshing of vanilla, the flowers or the floral notes in here, and the musky ambroxan amber notes, woods in the base. I find it to be super sexy, but you gotta really enjoy those kind of base notes, the ambroxan type, musky, amber woods kind of notes. This is perfumer Sonia Constant, who does all the fragrances for Ella K. I think it's a great, example of a floral vanilla that's super musky. So that is Ella K's Orchid K. Next, I'm featuring this also in the floral category. This is Guerlain's Angelique Noire. So it's featuring Angelica. So I'm featuring that here because, Angelica is a kind of a floral note. Now, I don't know if they're using the root or if it's the flower. So that's why I'm kind of categorizing it here in the floral. And to me, this is one of the most unique vanilla fragrances and hands down such a gorgeous offering from the House of Guerlain. I first discovered Spirituous Double Vanille way long ago, and then right after that, the next fragrance in the L'Art et L'Amitié collection discovery was this, and I was super impressed. It is peppery, it is a bit vegetal, it's a bit green and powdery, but lots of vanilla, syrupy, kind of boozy vanilla, super delicious. Really, really awesome scent. One of the best vanilla fragrances out there on the market, I think. Hands down, awesome scent. All right, that is Angelique Noire. Let me know if you're a fan. Now this fragrance is fairly new and I'm gonna do a video about it very soon. This is Initio's Lift Me Up. I mean, it's a total no-brainer for this category. First of all, it is in the white bottle, and to me, I find all of the white bottle fragrances from Initio to be super smooth, and there's a creamy consistency about this. It's a lot of white flowers, a lot of vanilla, and smooth, creamy woods, giving you a little bit of a solar effect, giving you a little bit of a tropical fruity effect, or I'm sorry, tropical floral effect, I should say. But I think we're getting the creaminess from the white flowers and also the woods, and meshed with that vanilla, it tones down the vanilla qualities, and in the end, it's sweet, it's a bit bitter, but super smooth and very cozy. So awesome. Really, really cozy. It's definitely turning out to be a great offering from the house. And for me, I tend to fall in love faster with the white bottle fragrances from Initio than the darker. I don't know what it is. They come off a bit more pure and smooth and very refined. Anyway, I really love Lift Me Up. Let me know your thoughts. I think it's definitely a winner for that house. Wasn't it a Neiman Marcus exclusive for a while? I think it was. Let's move on to Mancera's Velvet Vanilla. It's super duper white flowers and vanilla. Super duper, I should say. Super duper burgers. Have you guys ever eaten there? Wow, yeah. This is, to me, a tuberose vanilla bomb. And the tuberose is a bit fruity green. There's a succulent, juicy quality about it, a bit pulpy, very fresh. It's kind of almost like honey vanilla drizzled on fruits and green notes and white flowers. The tuberose in this is almost borderline vintage to me. I'm a bit cautious about this one, but modern enough to enjoy it. As I've been explaining in my videos, I'm kind of like, I've become very sensitive to tuberose in vintage fragrances or vintage smelling tuberose fragrances. Not really enjoying them. I don't know what it is. I mean, I was a big fan of Fracas, and I don't care for it right now. But that is Velvet Vanilla. It is velvety smooth. Definitely very creamy from the House of Mancera. And I'm also featuring Ormonde Jayne's Vanille des Afriques Intensivo here in this list as well. It is lots of iris. So iris is a flower, and even though they're not using the flower, they're using the root, I think definitely belongs here. And once again, it's a very unique take on vanilla overdosed with iris. There's a slight bitterness. I think there's not only iris, but I think there's some jasmine in this as well. But super white, clean, powdery, spicy vanilla. And then not gourmand whatsoever. It's super duper dry. To me, it smells like a vanillic white cloud because of the powdery touches of the orris or iris in here. I love this. It's so sexy. There's definitely musky kind of base, and the orris and the muskiness act wonderful together. Once again, it's not your syrupy, gooey vanilla or gourmand vanilla. It's, I think vanilla is there, but, you know, the show is not run by the vanilla only. There's other people that are, you know, the stars here. Like the orris for sure. It's so good though. Really, really awesome scent from Ormonde Jayne. Let me know your thoughts on Ormonde Jayne's Vanille des Afriques Intensivo. It's become my favorite from that house. I absolutely love it. Next, we're going to the house of Swiss Arabian. Once again, it's Vanilla 01. And this is also super duper floral. Really, really floral take on vanilla. I was kind of surprised when I smelled it from Swiss Arabian. I mean, even though you've got that syrupy thickness of the vanilla, you've got that creamy smoothness of the white flowers. It's almost acting like magnolia. I'm not getting much of a tuberose experience like I got with the Velvet Vanilla from Mancera. But for sure, it's very, very floral. It's bright. I mean, that flower brightens it up, makes it not dark and muted. And not that vanilla is always dark and muted. It can be, especially with the ones we had in the dark category. This is quite enjoyable. For sure, it's true white flowers, unlike the Ormonde Jayne, which is the iris or orris, and that's not necessarily the floral part of the flower that's being used, it's the root. Here you can really experience the flowers. And I kind of like this a little bit more than the Mancera. The Mancera is like overdosed with tuberose, but that's a Vanilla 01 from Swiss Arabian. And last but not least, this, well, I think this is out of order, sadly, sorry to say, but this is Perris Monte Carlo's Vanille de Tahiti Extrait de Parfum. One of the best floral vanilla examples out there. This is the Extrait de Parfum version. I'm only commenting on the Extrait de Parfum. That's the only version I really wear. And I really, really love this version. So awesome. So first of all, it's a very succulent, pulpy magnolia and champaca flower here. It's quite tropical and spicy. And there's also a little bit of ylang ylang. So it's a bit tropical, like I said, yellow floral. Just imagine taking these very ripe flowers and drizzling kind of caramelly vanilla on them. Now, people say it does come off musky or animalic. I could see why, but to me, it's so delicious. It's not, it doesn't bother me. It's not as animalic as some other people think. Just like the Initio, it doesn't bother me at all. But for me, I could see why people would think this is a bit pissy maybe for them. But I think it's just the overripe flowers that are in here. Overripe flowers can smell a bit off. That's what I'm smelling, overripe flowers, like these big flowers, like magnolia. In the heat, they do, when they're really ripe, you can smell a slight funk in them. I like that about this. It's so delicious. So that's Perris Monte Carlo's Vanille de Tahiti Extrait. And I'm sorry that's out of order. Swiss Arabian should have come after this, but better to feature it and not forget about it. But yeah, this is definitely my favorite here in the floral, in an actual realistic floral vanilla offering. Thanks so much for watching that video, guys. Let me know what are your favorite floral vanilla fragrances. What's missing off the list? Again, I don't have a huge catalog of floral vanilla fragrances, but I had some and I featured it here. And this is, as I said, pulled from my longer format deep dive videos on vanilla fragrances. So you can go catch the whole entire video or watch them in segments like this. All right, thanks so much for watching. As I said, if you have any questions or comments, please list below. Otherwise, please like this video, please share it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, click that bell icon, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.